Hello there, I'm Sandy Smith, aka Captain Gill, the one alpha leader for our opening and closing sessions. I am essentially a guide, helping our young heroes discover strength in God during our week together at Hero Central Vacation Bible School. But I'm not doing this myself. Our sidekick this week is Flame, voiced by James Watson. Flame comes to us from the heart of the bamboo forest, just to meet with us in the heart of Hero Central.
James Watson, I don't know who that is. No, my name is Flame, and Hero Central is my game. I am so excited to take our kids on some truly awesome adventures alongside some of their favorite Bible heroes, and we can discover the qualities that make us truly heroic in God.
You bet. We've got epic music, spectacular science, crafty crafts, heroic recreation, and fantastic Bible stories, all through the magic of video. You'll be able to see some of this excitement for yourself.
Made by God to stand strong. Created by God to live for what is right and what is true. We are called by God to help those in need. Now is the time. Together, lift your voice to heaven. Rise up and pledge. I will have heart. I will have courage. I will have wisdom. I will have hope. I will have power. I am God's hero. So this is our calling. Together we must rise and stand and say as one. I will have heart. I will have courage. I will have wisdom. I will have hope. I will have power. God's hero.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Watson. I'm the pastor here at Cape Fear Presbyterian Church. We just finished our first day of Vacation Bible School, and we have had a great time. This year's theme is Hero Central, and we're really, the focus of our week is looking at some of the amazing stories of heroes and heroines in the Bible. There's some great stories. So we look forward to unpacking those and sharing those with all the children over the next few days. My role here at Vacation Bible School is as the Bible Storyteller leader, our Bible storytelling leader. We call it Bible Story Headquarters this year, taking off on the superhero theme or the hero theme. So my role, along with my partner Sydney, is to share these stories with the children, and sometimes we do that in skits or dramas. Sometimes we do responsive stories, so we read the story and we have them act out certain parts. We do it through a variety of different ways. So that's what we're doing this week. I'm the Bible Storyteller.
Hi, good afternoon, good morning. I am Shannon, and I work in the science room. I don't know if you call it director or just the science lady. The story I'm sharing about today was in the Bible story where Samuel said humans see only what is visible to the eyes, but the Lord sees into the heart. And our experiment that day was showing people that there are sometimes things aren't what they appear. We took a Diet Coke and a regular Coke and put them in a bucket of water to see which one would float and which one would sink. And the regular Coke sinks and the Diet Coke floats. But from the outside, the cans looked the same. It was the same volume. So to all purposes, it looked like they were the exact same. But then we saw what was actually on the inside is what made them different between the sweetener and the sugar. I chose this verse in the story because that's, as a human, one of the hardest things I have is to look at people and not just look at their appearance, but to try to figure out how they are on the inside. And I think at human nature, that's probably one of the difficult things for everyone to do. And I think it's really important for our children to learn that the appearances aren't what make a person. It's what's on the inside that counts, and that you have to actually get to know somebody to know what's in their heart and what's on the inside, not just what they look like. I see God at Vacation Bible School every year. I see it in the fellowship of the ladies that I work with. Every night we're here late, stay together, spend lots of time together, talk about our families and our day's events, and unload the day's happenings on each other while we're here decorating late into the night. We also keep each other safe and protect one another as we leave late into the night. And also seeing the kids every year and seeing the difference that science makes to them, and how sometimes they may not get what you're talking about, but that brings it home to them, the story that they're seeing, how it applies to life. And my favorite part's always doing the science room. I like to do the experiments with the kids. It's one of their favorite parts, and I get to really enjoy spending time with them. And it gives me a chance to know every kid by name, who's brothers and sisters, and who's been here year after year, and see them grow and learn. So I enjoy doing all of it. So thanks for having the opportunity to share your kids with me.
Hero Central, share the news. Ready for action, ready to move. On the lookout for God's call. Here to serve, to give our all. We're superheroes. We're superheroes. Strong courage, we believe. Fast to help those in need. Powered by truth, we boldly stand. Specially made by God's own hand. S-U-P-E-R-H-E-R-O-E-S. Superheroes will be put to the test. Do good, seek peace, and go after it now. Face any challenge and be ready to wow. S-U-P-E-R, superheroes.
I am Sandra Rourke, and along with my assistant, Paul Mills, we were craft leaders. Each day, the Vacation Bible School participants came to our class to make a craft relating to the Bible story and hero code. On day 2, the Bible story was 1 Samuel 25, Abigail saves the day, and the hero code was God's heroes have courage. On this day, the craft was a prayer box. Before I continue about the Vacation Bible School experience, I would like to share another story with you. About 15 years ago, I was privileged to overhear a conversation among 3, 5, and 6-year-olds. My grandsons Michael and Jonathan and their friend Dakota. I can't remember the entire topic of the conversation, but I do remember Jonathan expressing a doubt about God. He said to Michael and Dakota, "I don't think there is a God." And Dakota's 5-year-old voice responded, "I will pray for you." I was touched that the 5-year-old Dakota already had a personal relationship with God. He knew the way to fix the situation with Jonathan was to pray for him. This is why I think the craft we did in Vacation Bible School for Day 2 was so important. After the kids constructed the prayer boxes, and this is the completed one, they were able to fill out text boxes indicating who they would want to pray for. They put the names on the pages and put the prayers in the boxes. And they got to take the prayer boxes home at the end of the Vacation Bible School and pray for their loved ones at home also. We as a church and through the Vacation Bible School program are encouraging these children to develop a personal relationship with God. Just as Abigail became a blessing for David and her people, we are teaching these children the courage to pray and to become a blessing to others. We are all called upon to be heroes and to help one another. We all should do good, seek peace, and go after it. Teaching the kids about prayer is helping them at an early age to develop a personal relationship with God. I would like to encourage each of you to be a part of this wonderful experience of volunteering to help in future Vacation Bible School programs. Thank you.
Lord, you give and we receive, 'cause you own everything. Know our hearts and fill our needs, 'cause you see everything. Oh, oh, with joy our praises ring. Oh, oh, with joy we'll always sing. In everything, oh, in everything, yeah. In everything, Lord, we give you thanks. In everything, oh, in everything, yeah. We give you thanks. In everything. Lord, you ask, and so we pray, 'cause you hear everything. Give us strength when we are weak, 'cause you made everything. Oh, oh, with joy our praises ring. Oh, with joy we'll always sing. In everything, oh, in everything, yeah. In everything, Lord, we give you thanks. In everything, oh.
My name is Christian Gilmore, and I was a crew leader for the green team this week at VBS. The day that I was doing and I'm presenting is Wednesday, or the Day of Wisdom. And the story that went along with that day is when Jesus was a young boy and he went to the temple for 3 straight days to learn about God. And his parents left him behind, and they were astonished when he came back and found him in the temple and how much he'd learned while he was there. As Jesus being right around my age, I thought that story was really influential to me and just showed Jesus' determination and his drive to learn about God and his mission to share the word with everyone else after he learned all the information. Similarly, as a crew leader, I accompanied my group of 5 around to all the different stations, and I had all my 5 kids from Monday to Friday. So really, with every single one of them, I mean, I could watch them grow and learn as Christians and how they learned about the Bible stories and how much fun they had, and it was really just a great experience for me. And my favorite part of VBS probably was just, I don't know, there's so many. It was probably just all the memories that I'm going to take from it. Being my first time as a crew leader, it was kind of a new experience, but just to watch these kids and take care of these kids for the week, for the 4 hours a day or 3 hours a day, was just really incredible to me. So, thank you.
To the sky and see
Hi everyone. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm Alice Gill. Now, I originally began helping with VBS setup and also ironing transfers on t-shirts for the staff and the campers, and I still do. But for the past 15 years, I have also been the registrar. As the registrar, I wear many hats. As the name indicates, I obviously register the campers, which involves preparing forms, schedules, lists of rules, making a program and completion certificates for our Friday night celebration, and many other administrative tasks. I also welcome the kids each day, as I'm the first person that they see. And sometimes it includes administering first aid, being a disciplinarian, and even keeping up with walkie-talkies. And although I use the term I, it's really we, because I couldn't do any of this without help. And I had two exceptional assistants this year, Darcy Watson and Tanner Gill. Now, Jonathan asked those of us who were speaking to choose a day of the Bible that meant something to us. I chose day 4. On day 4, the catchphrase was, God's heroes have hope. And the kids learned about Jesus, but this time as an adult, teaching on a mountaintop. In this story from Matthew, Jesus teaches us about the Beatitudes and offers great hope by assuring us that great things will come when we find our strength in God. This is such an important lesson, one that both the campers and the adults can learn from. This day has meaning for me because I was raised in a religious family, so I knew that during dark times, such as losing my father at a young age, that I could always look to God for my strength. And in doing so, He has given me hope throughout my whole life. Sadly, some of our campers may not be that fortunate. VBS might be the only time that they're exposed to God and to religious faith. So this is what I would like for the campers to take away from this day at VBS, that no matter what their situation is in life, that God is our strength and God gives us hope for the future, and we can do all things through Him. Each year, we have the opportunity to be influential in the lives of these children. God placed them here with us for a reason, so that we can introduce them to Jesus or bring them closer to Him. If I had to pick one thing about VBS that was most special to me, it would be knowing that we have brought Jesus into the lives of these children this week. Each volunteer shared their special talent and their love of the Lord with these children. And if one kid comes to know Jesus because of VBS, it was worth every minute that I gave volunteering. If you have never helped with VBS, this is what I want you to know. We all have talents to share. Mine, organization, keeping a calm head, making the kids feel welcome. Figure out what your talents are, because God did give you some. And join the VBS team next year, because you just might be the volunteer that makes the difference.
2, 3, 4.
Hear the sound. It's the sound of power. Listen up. This is the hour. Time to say now, I got the power. Power to do good and be great, cause I got the power. Power of faith. Time to drop a rhyme about David, just a boy, but he was the bravest. Spent his days alone as a shepherd, faced his fears in all kinds of weather. Do good, do good. Seek peace. Time to go after it.
Need to know when we're starting rolling, so we're not doing goofy stuff.
We're rolling.
We're rolling.
We're rolling,
Oh,
so-
now you tell me.
I'm Ed Scarf. I'm here with my co-leader, Johnny Cameron,
And I'm Johnny Cameron, and I'm here with my co-leader, Ed Scarf.
and we're here today. We are the recreation team leaders, and what we like most about today is it's Water Day, and the kids always have fun out there in Water Day. One of my favorite Bible stories is about Pentecost, and that is the story for today. And what I like about it is that God gave His Spirit to us, basically to guide us and comfort us, and we want to try to pass that on to the kids.
Yeah,
What the true meaning of that story is.
and that's where a lot of your power comes from, is the Spirit.
Exactly. And it reminds me kind of every day that God is always there for me, and we want to make sure that the kids understand that God is also there for them every day. They just need to talk to Him, and they're His children, and they have His Spirit, and that Spirit is the power. And that's today's God's heroes have the power, and they have the power of the Spirit today and every day. Basically, what I like also about today is the kids are always having fun out there in the water, and there's a lot of laughing, there's a lot of playing around out there, a lot of buckets of water being thrown on people.
Yeah, even people that's not supposed to be getting wet. You know.
And so we told them at the story lesson today, we told them, hey, when you see that sprinkler going off and you see those little water droplets coming down, think about the tongues of fire coming down on Pentecost for the for the Holy Spirit.
Yeah. On the way here this morning, my two grandchildren were asking me, says, what does Water Day have to do with God? And I'm like, you can't be serious. I said, God made everything that we have. He made the water, He made the earth, He made the trees, the grass, the flowers. So there's nothing in this world that's not affected by water and by God. And I hope they understood what I was talking about.
Oh, I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did.
Well, who knows?
So basically, what I get most, I think, out of this, the whole VBS experience is that you can see the child, you can almost see it in their eyes that they light up when they understand the message for the day.
Yep.
And that's what makes it all worthwhile. That as teachers, you might convince, you might be able to explain to them what the message really means, and they have an understanding of it.
You try to touch all of them's lives, but if you only touch one, you've accomplished a lot. You've accomplished something for God, and the power of God comes through.
Amen, brother.
Amen.
We hope you've enjoyed seeing firsthand the awesome power of God at work during our week together at Hero Central.
Wow, that was truly amazing. All of our heroes sure have a heart for God. I can't believe all that we've done in just a few short days. And I noticed something else.
What's that, Flame?
Just how many people it takes to put on Vacation Bible School.
You are right, and they are all heroes in my book.
Well, I guess our time is almost up. We better say goodbye for now.
Indeed. Thanks, Flame. It's been an amazing week, and we look forward to seeing you next year.
That's okay. Hey,
My name is Sandy. This year, I am Captain Gill, and I'm Director of Vacation Bible School here at Hero Central.
How long have you been involved in VBS?
Probably about 30 years.
What makes you come back each year?
The love, the kids, the love of seeing the kids hearing and learning.
Where do you get your ideas for all the decorations and stuff that you do each year?
We use Cokesbury. We've been using Cokesbury, which is a Methodist curriculum, and we've been using it for about the last 7-8 years. And they send us director's guide and decorating hints, and we go online, and then our own imagination.
All right, final question. What's your favorite VBS memory?
Well, that's hard because every one of them is unique, every one of them is special, and we do it as though this is the first one we've ever done. We never...
I think it would mostly be how the kids interact with the puppets.
Yes, that's good, where the kids interact with the puppets. I think the one I remember the most was called Bug Safari. And that year we had to make giant ants. They were about the size of a small child. We used trash bags and filled them full of grass or shredded paper and made these monster ants. And we had a net covering the whole top of the ceiling here in Jennings Hall. And I think that was the one that was the most exciting and always a stick in my mind, because that was a lot of work, but it was the most colorful, and I think the kids really enjoyed seeing it because we were miniature size. We were supposed to be shrunk. What was the name of that movie? I Shrunk the Kids, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yes.
Well, we were supposed to be the kids shrunk. And so everything was giant size, and we were these little people. And that was several years ago. That was probably about 15 years ago.
That was when I was still a kid.
Yeah,
For VBS. I think that was the year that we had the 2 ant puppets. And I think those were the puppets that we reused for 4 or 5 years, because after that, all the other Vacation Bible schools for some reason were tied to those puppets.
Yeah. So.
And what is your title in VBS?
I guess I'm second in command. I just run around and help Miss Sandy and whoever else needs it, really.
She's my sidekick this year.
How long have you been in VBS?
I've been helping with VBS for 5 years, and I've been actually in the VBS for as long as I can remember, so probably about 20 years. I've actually been in the VBS itself.
What makes you come back each year?
Sandy and the kids. I like seeing the kids smile and learn different things, and you get to see everyone that you grew up with, and it's nice to see how everyone's doing.
Thank you.
Okay.
I made you a ring.
Name and your title.
My name's Pam Cameron. I'm the snack director.
Okay, how long have you been involved in VBS?
Since we started it, so that's probably over 20 years, I'm assuming.
What makes you come back each year?
I just enjoy doing it, enjoy being around the children. I'm involved in the setup, so that gets you excited, helping with the painting and, getting ready for everything.
Where do you get the ideas for the food and stuff that you make?
Well, I have a curriculum, but the curriculum is really designed for a small group of children, and it's hands-on. Obviously, when we have up to 100 or 125, we had to change it, so I've adapted it to where we can let them do some interaction, but not totally. We basically have it prepared. But I try to follow the curriculum. Every day have something that's based exactly from the curriculum. Like today, the pizza I changed. It was originally supposed to be an English muffin with cream cheese and fruit. I didn't think the children would eat that, so I got pizza. But I do try to keep as much of it as I can.
What is your favorite VBS memory?
My favorite VBS memory? I don't know. They're all great. I've enjoyed them all, but just seeing the children's faces when they come in, that's the thing every year. I think it's repetitious every year, just to see their little faces and see them be excited about what's in their lunch bags or see them and be excited of what they've heard in the Bible story time or the crafts. Like my granddaughter looks forward every year to the crafts. So, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you.
What is your name and your title?
I'm Ed Scarf, and I'm one of the co-leaders in the recreation.
And I'm Johnny Cameron, and I'm also a co-leader in the recreational.
How long have y'all been involved in VBS?
I've officially been involved just starting this year, so I'm relatively new to this, and I'm under the guidance of more expertise here.
He's in other words, he's in trouble. You know, I've been involved probably for 20 years, but for several years it was just in the preparing the rooms and the decorations. And
what makes you come back each year?
I love to see the kids all getting involved, getting their Bible stories taught to them, and being able to associate the themes, the messages, heart, courage, this year, wisdom, hope, power, being able to associate that with the overall theme for what's going on.
if we could do anything to make even one child realize that you know, you can have fun at church. It's not all, it doesn't all have to be, you know, it's a serious ordeal, but there's also fun can be involved and had here at the Cape Fear Presbyterian Church.
What is your favorite VBS memory?
Well, I guess one of my favorites is that I see the way Sandy and the other ladies and the others all get together early on, put together this production, and it is a big production, to get the area ready for the kids to learn their Bible lessons here.
I don't know that I have a favorite memory, but I mean, there's so many. Sometimes the kids just do some silly things, and some of the stuff that comes out of their mouths will just amaze you. So there's probably still a lot of favorite memories to be made.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What is your name and title?
My name is Alice Gill, and I'm the registrar for Vacation Bible School and have been doing that for about 15 years.
What makes you come back?
I come back every year for a lot of reasons. One is the camaraderie and fellowship, because we start set design about a month ahead of time, so it's always nice to be here, and it just makes things really exciting. But the biggest reason I come back is the kids, because I enjoy, you know, knowing that these kids are getting an education about the Bible and about God.
What is your favorite VBS memory?
My favorite VBS memory, I don't really have one from a particular year. It's more like a continuing memory, because what I enjoy and remember the most is that all these kids, they come and they start when they're 4 or 5, and they come back each year, and they grow up with us here, and then eventually they become junior leaders, and it's just really exciting to know that they're excited about it.
Thank you very much. Your name and your title?
My name is Christian Gilmore, and I am a crew leader for the Faith Guardians.
How long have you been involved in VBS?
Ever since I was about 4 or 5 years old, and I was able to come to it for the first time.
What makes you keep coming back?
You know, it's my home church, and they work really hard to put it up, and I've always learned a lot while I was here, and it's just a lot of fun for me.
As a junior leader, crew leader, do you feel you still learn about God in VBS?
Most definitely. Every single day, they do a really good job of making different stories, and every year they do a really good job of changing the story, so I think I am constantly learning every year we come.
And what is your favorite VBS memory?
Probably in 6th grade when Miss Jane Gregory made me dress up like Moses and walk around the building. Yeah. Thank you.
Owen, I am a junior leader.
How long have you been involved in VBS?
Since 2010, so about 7 years now.
What makes you keep coming back?
I love it, and even if I didn't, my grandma would make me anyway.
As a junior leader, do you feel you still learn a lot about God?
Yes, I do.
And what is your favorite VBS memory? What do you
My favorite? That's a tough one. I'd have to say the first day I ever got here was in 2010. I had rec my first time. I vaguely remember. I loved playing with all the other kids playing hide and go seek. Because usually rec's the favorite when kids get to run around, so.
Thank you very much. What is your name and title?
My name is Jess Taylor. My title is I'm junior leader in recreation.
How long have you been involved in VBS?
For almost as long as I can remember.
What makes you keep coming back each year?
It's just fun.
As a junior leader, do you still feel you learn a lot about God?
Yeah.
And what is your favorite VBS memory?
Probably my first year being a junior leader.
And what was so memorable about that? What was so memorable about that?
Probably because I was in recreation for the first time, and also it was just something I've been waiting to do for a long time.
What is your name and your title?
Paul, and my title is a sidekick.
How long have you been involved in VBS?
Since 2010.
What makes you come back?
Seeing the kids and how they enjoy it.
As a junior leader, do you feel learn more about God this year?
Mm-hmm.
And what is your favorite VBS memory?
My last one in 2011. That's my favorite one.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
What is your name and your title?
Well, my name is Sydney Farrelly, and I work for the Vacation Bible School Bible Studies headquarters.
How long have you been involved in VBS?
Well, for this VBS, I've been doing it for 7 years now.
What makes you keep coming back each year?
Well, I love learning about God, and I love that this year I can help other kids do that.
As a junior leader, do you still feel that you're learning about God?
Yeah, every day we do a lesson for the Bible study headquarters, and I feel like I'm learning just as well as they are.
And what is your favorite VBS memory?
I remember doing the recreation games. I don't get to do it this year because I get to stay and help the kids with the Bible study, but I remember we played hide and go seek all the time, and our leader would always play it with us, and that'd be fun.
Hello there, I am Flame the Panda, and, well, I'm a red panda, and I'm this year's mascot for Vacation Bible School. The theme for this year is Hero Central, Discover Your Strength in God. I've been involved in VBS for pretty much all of my short little life. I was born in a factory and made by brutal leaders called Cokesbury. Now, Cokesbury shipped me here, and along with my other brothers, were sent across the world to different churches to help young heroes discover their strength in God. And what makes me come back every day is, well, I live here, so I don't really get to come back. I just live here. This is my place. But I really like the morning and afternoon sessions. They really give me a chance to vent. I really don't have much anger, so it really doesn't matter. But anyway, my favorite VBS memory, well, I have yet to make a good memory. I'm not saying that it's bad, but I'm just trying to consider all the possibilities before I make one big idea.
technically I'm a junior leader. No, I'm not junior. I'm almost done with my lifespan. I'm very sad about that. But I feel I still learn about God in VBS because I do learn a lot from the kids. I learn a lot from Captain Shield or Miss Sandy. That's her also known as name thing. I learn a lot through talking to these kids every day. And sometimes I get a question in my head. I'm like, hey, how does that, apply to me? And so I think about it, and then eventually I come up with an idea, and it becomes some kind of deep thing. Like the other day, we did our theme was God's heroes have hearts, and then I was realizing, well, do I have a heart? I'm a furry, anthropomorphic guy. I'm not living. There's some guy back there, I don't know his name, and his hand is in my head. So, I was like, do I have a heart? And I asked Captain Shield that, and some of the responses were like, no, you don't have a heart because you're a fluffy, anthropomorphic thing guy. And that made me sad. But then Captain Shield reminded me that having a heart is not just about science, it's about caring, compassion. And I have been caring and very compassionate for all the children here at VBS. And so let's see. All right, I think that's it pretty much.
Thank you.
Okay, is that good?
And your title.
My name is Cooper Hand, and I am the Faith Rangers for the yellow group.
Okay. How long have you been involved in VBS?
I've been involved in VBS probably since I was like 6 or 7.
What makes you come back each year?
Probably just like my friends who come here and all the kids. It's just I have a really fun time each year.
As a junior leader, do you feel that you still learn about God?
Yeah, all the time. I learn about God here, and especially in story time.
And what is your favorite VBS memory? What do you remember the most about vacation?
Well, my favorite memories are probably when I was a kid playing in water day. The group leaders would always chase after me and try to get me wet.
And your title.
I'm Ebony Hagins Green, and I'm the lead of the yellow group.
How long have you been involved in VBS?
This will be my third year.
Third year?
Mm-hmm.
What makes you come back each year?
I really just love the kids. Like the first year, I made a bond with a couple of the students, and one of the students that was in my group for the past 2 years is now my junior helper. So that's really cool.
As a leader, do you still feel that you learn about God?
I do. I'm not actually that familiar with like biblical stories and everything like that. So every time I come into a class, I learn along with the kids.
And what is your favorite Vacation Bible School memory?
I guess it'd be like from my first year it was G-Force, and like the first time seeing all the kids get involved with like dancing and singing and stuff, that was really cool.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Your title here at VBS.
My name is Sean Smith, and our title is the Warriors, the Faith Warriors.
How long have you been involved in Vacation Bible School?
As a leader, this is my first year, but as a student, this is probably about my 5th year.
What makes you keep coming back each year?
It's just like I have a lot of fun here and like just the activities we do.
As a junior leader, do you still feel like you learn about God and stuff?
Yeah.
What is your favorite memory of Vacation Bible School?
Probably that one year where we did where we put that big tin up for the science, and we just did a lot of fun things in there.
I'm Mary Ellen, and I'm a crew leader for the Blue Group.
How long have you been involved in Vacation Bible School?
Well, I've been attending ever since I was in preschool, and once I was old enough, about 11, I started helping with the crews. I worked as an assistant leader with the preschool group for 2 years, and then have been a crew leader ever since.
What makes you keep coming back each year?
I keep coming back because it's really interesting to see how the kids really interact and how they grow and learn over the past week. And it's never mind, just keep going.
As a junior leader, do you feel or as a leader, do you still feel that you learn about God?
I do. I feel like just really watching the kids learn and understand throughout the week, their understanding really helps me to understand and very intricacies to the stories that I don't really pick up on usually.
What is your favorite memory of Vacation Bible School?
That's a hard one. It's really a lot of fun every year, and it really changes each year because of the themes. Let's see. I think one of my favorite memories was really just there's a particular kid that I had in preschool that I worked with and throughout my time in the preschool group, and then as they got older and I got older and was as a group leader and interacting with them and really being able to make an impact in this child's life.
Thank you. And your title?
I am Tucker Hand, and what do you mean by title? Junior crew leader.
How long have you been involved in Vacation Bible School?
About 5 years.
What makes you keep going back each year?
Well, when I was here, not as a volunteer, as a kid coming, it was just fun to learn about Jesus Christ through all these different games and activities and stuff. And now I like working with the kids now and guiding them through the church to their different activities, so they can learn about Jesus Christ in the same way I did.
As a junior leader, do you still feel like you learn about God?
I do. When we're in the storytelling room, and I still get to interact and do all the plays and skits and stuff and help out and help to teach and also learn.
What is your favorite memory of Vacation Bible School?
Just being with all my friends, just having a good time, just playing around and having a good summer.
Austin Johnson.
What is your title? What do you do for?
I'm a leader for the Orange Group.
How long have you been involved in Vacation Bible School?
My whole life.
What makes you keep coming back?
I just love the experience.
As a leader in Bible school, do you still feel that you learn about God and stuff?
Yes.
What is your favorite memory of Vacation Bible School?
When I was a kid, going to story time and learning about God.
Thank you very much. And your title here at VBS?
Hagins Smith, and I am the preschool junior leader.
Presley Sullivan, and I am a preschool junior leader.
Jordan Wanis, and I'm the preschool junior leader.
How long have you been involved in Vacation Bible School?
Well, I was a student ever since I was allowed to be able to be a student, and then 2 years ago I became a junior leader for the preschool, and I've been that since.
I've been coming here about 5 years, and this is the first year I'm a junior leader.
Well, probably about 4 years. I started coming with Cadigan for 2, and then I became a leader.
What makes you come back each year?
I really like being involved with it. Like, I love working with the little kids, and it's just really fun because we have all these activities that we do and learn about God and how He's always with us. It's just really fun to me.
I like working with the little kids because they can be very fun, and they're very fun to work with.
Well, for me, I like to teach the little kids and just show them about Jesus and what He's done.
As junior leaders, do you still feel that you learn about God, even though it's working with little preschoolers?
I do. Like, whenever my mom, she's the one that runs like the Bible stories. As she teaches, I learn more about it. Like, I knew about it, but we get in more depth with it, so I learn more about it each day.
I think I do learn because as we're teaching the preschoolers, we kind of help them teach and we kind of memorize the stuff that we're teaching them.
I think I learn about Jesus every single day, especially coming here for 4 years. I learn more.
What is your favorite memory of Vacation Bible School?
Probably my first year of teaching, cause it was new and we had a bunch of kids and I had a lot of fun, especially on water day. So yeah.
I think my first week coming here was my best because I met a lot of new people and they were fun.
Probably water day with the little kids each year.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
I'm Shannon Tingley. I am the science room director.
How long have you been involved in VBS?
Probably the last 7-8 years.
What makes you keep coming back this year?
I come back to spend time with all the kids, and my children love coming here.
Where do you get your ideas for your science experiments?
My science experiments all come out of the book. Each day we have 2 different experiments to perform Monday through Friday.
What is your favorite memory of Vacation Bible School?
It's the same each year. I love seeing all the kids come back year after year and how much they grow up and change, and we see kids go from being participants to junior leaders.